The Thai forest is alive. It breathes, it whispers, it holds secrets that have been passed down through generations. The dense canopy above filters the sunlight, casting a mystical glow on the forest floor below. Ancient trees reach towards the sky, their gnarled branches intertwine like grasping claws. These trees have stood the test of time, witnessing the ebb and flow of life within the forest. Their roots dig deep into the earth, anchoring them firmly as they stretch ever higher. The air hangs heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and unknown blossoms. The fog rolls in, blanketing the forest in a shroud of mystery. Each step taken on the damp earth is a step into the unknown, where every flower and plant holds a story waiting to be discovered. The forest floor is a carpet of shadows and secrets. The underbrush is thick, making it easy to lose one's way. Patches of light break through the darkness, offering glimpses of the hidden world beneath the canopy. Strange sounds echo through the trees. They are rustling leaves and the calls of unseen creatures. The forest is never truly silent. It is a symphony of life, with each sound adding to the chorus of the wild. But some swear they hear whispers on the wind. These are the whispers of the forest spirits. The wind carries their voices, telling tales of old and offering warnings to those who dare to listen. The presence of these spirits is felt in every rustle of the leaves and every gust of wind. The villagers know these spirits are real. They are powerful beings to be both feared and respected. The villagers perform rituals to honor the spirits, seeking their protection and guidance. These rituals have been passed down through generations, a testament to the deep connection between the people and the forest. Deep in the heart of the forest lies a clearing. It is a place of both beauty and dread. Sunlight filters through the trees, illuminating the clearing in a golden glow. Yet there is an eerie stillness to the place, as if it holds secrets that are not meant to be uncovered. In the center of the clearing stands a solitary Takian tree. This is no ordinary tree. It is ancient, its bark gnarled and twisted, its branches reaching out like the arms of a guardian. The Takian tree is said to be the home of a powerful spirit, a protector of the forest. Its presence commands respect, and those who enter the clearing do so with reverence and caution. The Takian tree is a giant, towering above all other trees in the forest. Its presence is both commanding and serene, a true sentinel of the natural world. Its trunk is thick and gnarled, a testament to the countless years it has weathered. The intricate patterns on its bark tell stories of resilience and strength. Its bark is rough and weathered, each crevice and crack a mark of its enduring spirit. The texture is like a map of time, etched by the elements. The tree has stood for centuries, a silent witness to the passage of time. It has seen the rise and fall of civilizations, the ebb and flow of nature's cycles. The villagers believe the Takian tree is home to a powerful spirit, a guardian that watches over them. They gather around it, offering prayers and gifts, hoping to gain its favor. Her name is Nang Takian, a spirit of grace and mystery. She is said to dwell within the heart of the tree, her essence intertwined with its roots and branches. Legend tells us she was once a beautiful young woman, full of life and joy. Her beauty was unmatched, and her spirit was as vibrant as the forest itself. But a cruel twist of fate bound her to the tree, transforming her into a guardian spirit. Her once joyous existence became one of eternal vigilance and sorrow. Now Nang Takian roams the forest as a restless spirit, her presence felt by those who venture too close. She moves silently among the trees, a ghostly figure in the shadows. She's both beautiful and terrifying, a paradox of grace and fear. Her ethereal form is a reminder of the delicate balance between life and death. Her long black hair flows in the wind, a cascade of darkness that contrasts with the light of the forest. It is said that her hair holds the secrets of the forest, whispering them to those who listen. Her eyes glow with an eerie light piercing through the darkness. They are windows to her soul, revealing the depth of her sorrow and the strength of her spirit. Those who meet her gaze are forever changed, touched by the ancient magic of the Takian tree. Nang Takian was once a young woman deeply in love. Her heart belonged to a handsome young man from her village. He promised to marry her, pledging his love beneath the Takian tree. But his promises were hollow. He betrayed her, breaking her heart. Nang Takian, heartbroken and betrayed, fled into the forest. She ran until she reached the clearing. There, beneath the watchful gaze of the ancient Takian tree, she took her own life. Her tears fell to the earth, watering the roots of the tree. Nang Takian's spirit was trapped. Long ago, in a time shrouded in mystery and legend, she was a woman of great beauty and kindness. But her life was cut short by betrayal and sorrow. She was bound to the tree, consumed by her grief and rage. Her spirit, unable to find peace, merged with the ancient Takian tree, a tree known for its mystical properties and deep roots in the earth. Her sorrow seeped into the very bark of the Takian tree. The tree absorbed her pain, and its bark began to show her face twisted in eternal anguish. The forest around it grew darker, as if mourning her fate. Her anger resonated with its ancient power. The tree glowed with a supernatural light, a beacon of her unresolved fury. The air around it crackled with energy, warning all who approached of the spirit's presence. She became Nang Takian, the vengeful spirit of the Takian tree. Her form would sometimes emerge from the tree, a spectral figure of sorrow and wrath, haunting the forest and those who dared to enter. Those who dare to enter the clearing feel a cold shiver. The temperature drops suddenly, and an eerie silence falls, broken only by the sound of their own fearful breaths. They see her face in the knots of the tree trunk. Her eyes, filled with sorrow and rage, seem to follow them, watching their every move, making their hearts pound with fear. They hear her mournful cries echoing in the wind. The wind carries her voice, a haunting melody of grief and anger, sending chills down the spines of those who hear it. The villagers know Nang Takian's wrath is terrible. They tell stories of her vengeance, of how she punishes those who disrespect the forest or betray their loved ones, her justice swift and merciless. She punishes those who are unfaithful or disrespectful. Her presence is a constant reminder of the consequences of betrayal, her spirit forever bound to the Takian tree, guarding it with her eternal wrath. The villagers both fear and respect Nang Takian. They know she is a powerful spirit. They bring her offerings to appease her. They leave flowers, incense, and food at the base of the tree. They whisper prayers for her mercy. They ask for her protection from harm. Some villagers claim to have seen Nang Takian. They say she appears as a beautiful woman in white. Others say they have only felt her presence, a cold shiver or a faint whisper on the wind. Nang Takian's story is a tragedy. She is a reminder of the power of love and the pain of betrayal. Her spirit lingers in the forest. It serves as a warning to those who would dare to break their promises. The Takian tree still stands in the clearing. It is a silent sentinel, forever watching over the forest. And Nang Takian, the spirit of the tree, continues to roam. She is a restless soul, seeking peace and perhaps vengeance. Nang Takian is a complex figure in Thai folklore. She is both feared and revered. She is a protector of the forest and a punisher of the wicked. Her story is a cautionary tale. It reminds us that even in death, the power of love and vengeance can linger. The forest holds its breath, waiting to see who Nang Takian will choose to protect or punish next.
Deep in the heart of Thailand, where ancient forests meet sun-drenched rice paddies, lies a legend whispered from generation to generation. It speaks of Nang Takian, a vengeful spirit bound to the Takian tree, a towering species with smooth white bark that seems to glow under the moonlight. Legend has it that Nang Takian was once a beautiful woman, betrayed by love, and murdered beneath the very tree that now imprisons her soul. Those who disrespect the Takian tree, cutting it down or defiling its sacred ground, risk facing her wrath. Villagers speak in hushed tones of her eerie cries, said to echo through the forest at night, a chilling reminder of her eternal torment. Stories of Nang Takian are not mere folklore, they are woven into the fabric of Thai life. These tales serve as cautionary warnings, reminding people of the spirits that reside in the natural world and the importance of respecting their domain. Over the years, countless souls claim to have encountered Nang Takian, their experiences ranging from unsettling to downright terrifying. Some tell of seeing a woman in white vanish into the trees, while others speak of being plagued by misfortune after disrespecting the Takian tree. Whether fact or fiction, these stories highlight the deep-seated belief in the supernatural that permeates Thai culture.
We should not touch this tree. It is said to be the dwelling of a powerful spirit. This tree has stood here for centuries, and disturbing it could bring misfortune upon us all.
One popular story tells of a group of lumberjacks tasked with clearing a section of forest. They were eager to complete their work and earn their wages, but they were unaware of the ancient legends that surrounded the forest. Among them was a seasoned worker, a man named Somchai, known for his respect for the old ways. Somchai had heard many tales from his elders about the spirits that resided in the trees and the consequences of angering them. When he noticed a particularly large Takian tree marked for felling, he felt a shiver run down his spine. This tree was different. It exuded an aura of ancient power and mystery. Somchai knew that this was no ordinary tree, but the other lumberjacks, blinded by profit and disbelief, ignored his warnings. They laughed at Somchai, calling him superstitious and old-fashioned. They were confident that nothing would happen. They scoffed at his superstition and prepared to cut down the ancient tree. They believed that the stories were just myths, meant to scare children and keep people from exploiting the forest's resources. As the first swing of the axe bit into the bark, a piercing scream echoed through the forest, followed by an unnatural gust of wind that sent the men scattering in terror. The forest seemed to come alive, with the trees swaying violently and the air filled with an eerie, otherworldly presence. The lumberjacks realized too late that Somchai's warnings were true, and they fled, leaving the ancient tree untouched.
It was a foolhardy decision, fueled by youthful bravado and the influence of too much rice whiskey. The night was filled with laughter and the clinking of glasses, as the group of friends dared each other to take on the most reckless challenges.
Another spine-chilling tale recounts the experience of a young man named Somsak, who dared to ride his motorbike past a Takian tree at the stroke of midnight. The Takian tree, known for its eerie legends, stood ominously by the roadside, casting long shadows under the moonlight. As he sped past the tree, he felt a sudden chill and a weight settle behind him, as if someone or something had joined him for the ride. The air grew colder and the hairs on the back of his neck stood up. Panic surged through him as he heard a woman's voice whisper in his ear, her words laced with anger and sorrow. The voice was faint, but unmistakable, sending shivers down his spine. "Why did you come here?" she whispered, her tone filled with a haunting sadness. He dared not turn around, his heart pounding in his chest. The fear was palpable, and every instinct screamed at him to flee. He could feel the presence growing stronger, the weight on his back becoming almost unbearable. He pushed his motorbike to its limits, desperate to escape the ghostly presence. The engine roared as he accelerated, the wind whipping past him, but no matter how fast he went, the presence remained. Finally, as dawn broke, the weight lifted and the whispering ceased. The first light of morning brought a sense of relief, as if the ghostly presence could not withstand the purity of daylight. Somsak, shaken to his core, vowed never to tempt fate again. The experience left him with a newfound respect for the supernatural, and he often warned others about the dangers of the Takian tree, hoping they would heed his cautionary tale. But not all encounters with Nang Takian are tales of terror. Some believe she can act as a protector to those who show her respect.
There is the story of a young woman named Siri, who sought refuge under a Takian tree during a fierce storm. As lightning flashed and thunder roared, she felt a strange sense of calm wash over her.
She felt a presence beside her, a comforting warmth amidst the raging storm. When the storm passed and the sun peeked through the clouds, Siri looked around but found no one. She was convinced that Nang Takian had shielded her from harm, a testament to the spirit's capacity for both vengeance and mercy. The belief in Nang Takian is deeply intertwined with the animistic traditions of Thailand, where spirits are believed to reside in nature. The Takian tree itself is considered sacred, a living vessel for the spirit it houses.
Monks are often invited to bless Takian trees, chanting sacred verses to pacify the spirit within.
Villagers tie colourful cloths around the trunks of the trees, each colour representing a different prayer or wish. Offerings of food, incense and flowers are also common, placed at the base of the tree as a sign of respect and appeasement.
To appease Nang Takian and ensure good fortune, Thai people engage in various rituals and offerings. One fateful day, a group of explorers ventured deep into the unknown territories of a Thai forest, their backpacks filled with equipment and their hearts filled with the thrill of discovery. They stumbled upon a clearing dominated by an enormous Takian tree, its branches reaching towards the sky like skeletal fingers. The explorers, captivated by its size, decided to set up camp beneath its imposing canopy. One of them, a brash young man named David, scoffed at the warnings of their local guide.
Just superstition, he declared, pulling out a knife and carving his initials into the tree's smooth white bark.
The guide gasped in horror, pleading with David to stop, but his words were lost on the arrogant explorer. That night, a furious storm descended upon the forest, unlike anything the explorers had ever witnessed. The sky darkened ominously, and the air grew thick with tension, as if the very spirit of the forest was awakening in anger. Wind howled through the trees, and lightning split the sky, illuminating the forest in an eerie, flickering light. The explorers could barely see through the sheets of rain, their senses overwhelmed by the chaos around them. The Takian tree swayed menacingly, its branches groaning under the onslaught of the wind. Each creak and crack of the wood sounded like a warning, a reminder of the power that nature held over them. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the air, followed by a blinding flash of lightning that struck the Takian tree with a deafening crack. The light was so intense that it momentarily turned night into day, revealing the terror on the explorers' faces. When the explorers regained their senses, they found David lying lifeless beneath the tree, his body mangled beyond recognition. The sight was horrifying, a stark reminder of the forest's unforgiving nature. The storm subsided as quickly as it had begun, leaving an eerie silence in its wake. The forest, once alive with the sounds of the storm, now stood still as if holding its breath. The explorers, shaken and horrified, packed their things and fled, forever marked by the wrath of Nang Takian. They knew they had encountered something beyond their understanding, a force that demanded respect and fear. The memory of that night would haunt them forever, a chilling tale of nature's fury and the spirit's wrath. The tales of Nang Takian, though often terrifying, serve as a potent reminder of the power of belief and the importance of respecting the unseen world. They highlight the delicate balance between humanity and nature, urging us to tread carefully in a world where the line between the natural and supernatural is often blurred. Do you have your own encounters with Nang Takian or other spirits of Southeast Asia? Share your stories in the comments below and keep an eye out for more chilling tales of the supernatural. Don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into the realms of Asian horror stories.